Hi YouTube, it's Karen Sort of Fairy Tale, and I am coming to you today with my 9-month post-op RNY gastric bypass update. I know it's been quite a few weeks since I've done an update, but I've been promising that I will get one out to you guys, and my favorite ladies have all been harassing me, so I figured I better get this out to you. So yeah, here we go. We'll start off, as always, with the numbers. So, my highest weight was 298 pounds. I had RNY gastric bypass on November 21st, 2013 at Toronto Western Hospital. And at that time I was 286 pounds. I don't remember what I was the last time I came to you guys, but my current weight is 165 pounds. So that is a total loss of 133 pounds since surgery 9 months ago. Yeah, kind of crazy and astounding. I really can't believe that it's, number one, been 9 months since I had surgery, and number two, that I've lost 133 pounds. It's just kind of mind-boggling story. My hair is really bothering me, so just let me fix it for you. And talking about that, I actually did want to talk about hair loss. So I did state before, if you've been following my videos for a while, so before I had surgery, I had mentioned that, you know, I was aware of the hair loss as a side effect of the weight loss surgery, but that I was not at all worried about it because I do have an insane amount of hair. I will say the hair loss probably started for me around 4 months, and 9 months out I am still losing copious amounts of hair. I notice it particularly after I've had a shower, when I brush my hair, and as my hair is drying out, I can literally pull handfuls of hair out. So not to freak anybody out, but it is extreme. I would honestly say at this point that I have lost at least a third, if not half, of my hair at this point. And that, honestly, like, I don't have bald patches or anything like that, but it's definitely something I notice as far as, like, when I'm putting my hair up. The fact that I haven't had a haircut for, I'd say, a good 3 to 4 months at this point, and typically, especially in summertime, my hair is kind of like a helmet. Like, it's so hot, it holds so much heat in because it's so thick, and I'm not having any issues with that. Where before, you know, I'd be lucky to get an elastic around my hair once, I can now wrap it 3 times around. So it's definitely something that if you do not have a lot of hair, could be a major issue for you. Now, I know people talk about taking biotin or you know, making sure your protein is extra high and all of that kind of stuff. Honestly, I don't know how much of that is actually effective and how much of it isn't, because I mean, I do watch my protein intake. I'm not taking biotin simply because I have enough issues with body hair. I don't want it growing any more than it already does. So but yeah, definitely something to be aware of if you are considering the surgery and you are worried about your hair. So that's sort of a big thing for me. Okay, so the next thing I was talking about in my last video was how I was getting back into counseling. I have had my first counseling appointment with my counselor. It's actually a counselor that I saw a few years ago, and we have a really good connection, so I do feel really good about that. She is going to be helping me with some issues that I have been having with transfer addiction. As you guys know, I have talked about this on another video, that I have been struggling with overconsumption of alcohol. At this point, it's become a little bit of a crutch for me. I'm not sure what it is in me that sets it off, because I know I shouldn't be doing it when I'm doing it, and it's not a matter of me needing to drink all of the time, but when I do drink, I drink to excess. I don't seem to have a lot of self-control. I say I'm going to have one glass of wine, and before I know it, I drank the whole bottle. So it's definitely something at this point for me that I have to avoid. So alcohol is a no-go for me at this point in time. I'm hoping once I'm able to figure out exactly what it is that is causing me to self-sabotage in this way, that I will be able to do as I was able to do before and have a glass of wine and be perfectly content with that. But it has definitely become something that I've become a little more reliant on than I would like, and so I'm just going to stay away from it. So that's where I'm at with that. Yeah, what else do I have on here? Sorry, I'm just checking my notes, guys. What I'm eating. So, as I mentioned, I'm 9 months out right now, and I still try to maintain a mainly protein-focused diet. When I'm making choices and things of that nature, I do always try to make sure that I'm eating my protein first. We do a lot of different kinds of protein in my household, so lots of chicken, lots of seafood, beef. I don't really do a lot of pork. I have a hard time with it. Ham I'm okay with, that's fine, I don't have an issue with that, but anything overly processed, so sausage, whether it's breakfast sausage or even, just like a chorizo or something of that nature, really makes my pouch unhappy, so I tend to stay away from that. I can do bacon as long as it's really crispy, and again, it's not something I do all the time, but it's nice to have as a treat every now and again. I find it interesting, especially on like the sausage front and hot dogs, things of that nature. I can't eat them. I'm not sure if it's more of a grease content or if it has something to do with the phosphates, because I am able to eat lunch meat, and that doesn't seem to bother me at all, so I find that kind of strange, but I've kind of learned at this point what my pouch likes and what it doesn't. I can actually eat bread now in very small quantities, and it's definitely not something that I do on a regular basis, but if I do want to have a burger, or if I want to have a sandwich, I can definitely tolerate the bread a lot more easily than I could before. I can't eat a lot of it because it fills me up crazy fast, and then of course I'm hungry, an hour later or whatever. So again, it's not something I do really often, but my phone is going crazy over there. I don't know if you can hear it or not. But it's definitely something that I am able to tolerate, at least at this point, which is nice when, like I said, I was just really missing like having a sandwich sometimes, or being able to like eat a burger. So typically what I'll do is I'll have a few bites of like a full sandwich or of a burger or whatever, and then kind of eat around the bread after that. But it at least gives me that satisfaction of getting to have it, which is really nice. So definitely able to eat more now than I could, let's say 4 months ago. I did mention that on my 6-month update, that I'm definitely noticing I'm able to eat more. Now, we're still not talking anything substantial by any means, but definitely more than I was able to at 3 or 4 months out, that's for sure. So I'll definitely be keeping an eye on that as I get further out. I'm still in that honeymoon period right now, so it's not something I'm worried about. I'm not tracking right now. I don't really find the need to, just simply because I'm doing fine at this point. If it seems at some point like I'm sliding or like the weight starts creeping up or something like that, then it will definitely be something that I will consider getting back into again. But for right now, I'm not so worried about it. So, exercise. So, honestly, the last few weeks I haven't been doing a lot of exercise. There's a lot going on just in my personal life right now that I'm trying to get straight, but I haven't been doing a lot. I was still running up until a few weeks ago, at least a few times a week, but I haven't been able to get out for a run, so I'm hoping to get back into that soon. I've also really been enjoying doing yoga. I'm not part of a studio as of yet. Once the weather, because again, we are here up in Canada, once the weather takes a turn and starts getting colder, I will look into getting a gym membership at least for over the winter months, and you know, some yoga classes will definitely be something that I'll be looking for in my gym, because I do some videos at home right now and I do really, really enjoy it. My son and I still go for bike rides quite frequently, and we go distances. He's actually incredible with the bike rides. He doesn't do a lot of complaining or whining, which is really, really nice. We can go for an hour to 2 hours at a time. I'd say that we average at least 5 to 10 kilometers, which for an 8-year-old is kind of incredible. And we actually a few weeks ago did a bike ride that I swear to God had to have been like 20K at least. Like it was crazy, crazy long. I was exhausted when we got home. I didn't know how he did it, but still having a lot of fun with that. I have worked out with my mom's trainer a few times. She has a personal trainer who comes to the house, and when I've been there over weekends and he's worked out with me as well. The first time, I thought I was going to die. It was freaking awful. I was okay when I was doing it, but the next day, actually for the next 3 days, I couldn't walk. Like it was terrible. But I worked out with him a few weeks ago, and it was definitely hurting the next day, but it was bearable, unlike the first time. So definitely some improvements on that front, which was really nice. So yeah, that's about all I'm doing for exercise right now, aside from just, you know, keeping up with all these crazy kids that I have. I do have some upcoming videos planned. No promises on when they're going to happen. I've already started processing a shopping tips video for you guys, just talking about, you know, some tips on how to save money through this process, because clothing can be a huge expense, especially if you're having to buy all these multiple sizes. So I do have a shopping tips video coming up, hopefully soon for you guys. I also wanted to do a question and answer video. So if you guys have any questions for me, or any topics that you're interested in me talking about, please just post me comments, you know, send me a message on Facebook, give me an email, and I really, really would love to just do a question and answer video with you guys. And then as well, I've been talking about doing a group video with some of my support group, the Brave and Sassy Girls. We have a little Southwestern Ontario support group that we've had going on, sort of like Less of Sarah and Her Bitches. I wouldn't call my girls bitches, though. We're the Brave and Sassy Girls anyways. And we've been talking about doing a group video together. So hopefully in the next few weeks or whatever, we'll all be able to get together and do that as well. We're all in different stages of the process right now, so I thought that that would be really fun to do. Last and final thing, since this is getting a little bit long, is I wanted to do some shout-outs. So my first shout out is for Melly May. Melissa just had her surgery, and she was having a little bit of trouble. Last I heard, she was in the hospital getting some fluids put in because she was having issues with her G-tube, which is totally weird to me that she has to have this like tube thing. I don't understand it, but I'm so glad that you are out of the hospital. I hope everything's okay and that they got you hydrated and it's all working out. I love you. Keep us updated, and I hope to hear from you soon. My next shout out is for Gracie. No one's stopping me but me. She is an incredible girl. She had her RNY surgery the same day as Melissa, so they're surgery sisters, which is kind of awesome. And she also just did a get-together and a little video with the Real Share Bear, which is awesome. Love both of those ladies. But yeah, so Gracie seems to be doing really, really well, and I wish you nothing but the best. I'm so excited for you, and if you have any questions, I'm here. And then my last shout out is for my girl Deb. Down with Deb is her YouTube name, and she is going for, oh my god, don't even ask me, it's like an occipital nerve transmitter, something or other, for her migraines, and she's going for that not this week but next week, and she's been waiting for the surgery for a long time, so excited for you. I love you. I know everything's going to be great, and I'm here if you need anything. So that's all for me for right now. Yeah, you know, just plugging away. I am starting to wonder when the weight loss is going to stop. I'm perfectly content, have been for the last 30 pounds, perfectly content with my weight loss and where I'm at on this journey. So at this point, I really don't want to lose any more weight. So I'm just sort of wondering when I'm going to taper out, when my body's going to say, okay, this is enough, we're going to stop. So I'm definitely keeping a close eye on the scale right now, just to see if I need to be, you know, upping my food intake a little bit more or whatnot. But I'll keep you posted on that. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for all of your support. As I said before, I do have a lot of stuff going on right now, and I wouldn't be able to get through a lot of it without you guys. So thank you so much for watching, for sharing your love with me, for just being so amazing and supportive. I love you guys. You mean the world to me. So until next time, this is Karen Sort of Fairy Tale checking out. Love you guys.